Yeah, the discussion about the psychology affairs on a language. Yes, not only with the language, but psychological affairs is tending in all activities, not only during speaking a language. Uh, but yeah, it is covering all respects and all activities of a human being. Everyone, if anyone does a matter, it is the order from our brain. Based on the order from brain only the activity is going on. The same thing happens when you speak a language. And when you speak in English, that is, it is considered as a second language. So the work of psychological affairs is obtained more when you speak a second language. I would say that. Even when you speak a mother tongue, your mother tongue isn't spoken without the relevant supports and sources from psychology. Uh, Everything is based on psychology. That's what I'm saying. Even when you speak your mother tongue, you are not speaking suddenly. But if you go and check out like a slow motion of film, that like that. If you go through and examine how does it happen, your mind generates ideas what you want to speak. It's being sorted out. Thereafter, so it is subdivided, then modified based on the situation and the listener and the mode of matter what you speak. Thereafter, it is delivered from your mouth through the car when you speak. When you write through your writing materials, it is delivered. Okay? So it is generated, when it is generated itself without support of psychology, it's not done. But it is done only through psychology. Being so, how could you ask what's a part of psychology with language? That's what I'm asking. So I told that when you do your second language, the part of psychology is a committee. So more sources like that is like how does it happen? Already you are speaking a language, but now the brain is going to speak a second language. Already the slate, the brain has been filled by the mother tongue. When you try to speak a second language, without the help of your empty, without the help of your mother tongue, you can't do it through second language. That's nature. People may be saying, trainers may be saying, myself I have said, think your ideas in the language in which you want to speak. For example, if you want to speak in English, you think your ideas in English that I have told. But there would be some influence of mother tongue, even if you try to think in English. For example, just to take English as second language you are speaking. Mostly this issue is going on here, that when you speak here, the discussion because of the two. When you speak a second English, you must think your ideas in English. That's nature. Only that's you could get fluence. I too have to. But here, the influence of your mother tongue would occupy there, would interrupt. So when you speak a second language, you would not allow when you do in second language. In this time, just you have to defeat the influence of your mother tongue. Sir, should we do manually ourselves, or would our brain do this? Yeah, your brain will do that, but you should practice into that. Yes, you have to practice to your brain to crack, to defeat the influence of your mother tongue. when you speak a second language. Is there any listed practices, exercises to crack the influence of mother tongue? If you ask me, I couldn't reply for this. There may be some ways, exercises not to do that. But myself, I would try to my audience practically how to think your ideas by defeating the influence of mother tongue. What are they? Yeah. You have to behave with the circumstance of English. Only then you could defeat, you could crack the influence of mother tongue. You must be reading a lot. All roads lead Rome, that like that. You will come back to that area, the four skills, the LSRW is there, that. But merely they are saying LSRW. That is the skills and the way of practicing to be good in English. But how to do those skills, adapt and intake those input, those skills into our mind and to perform. Practically, as I am saying here, listening and reading is the first remedy and medicine for this, to crack influence of mother tongue when you speak a second language. Meanwhile, it's nature. You may raise the question, what is it right? Cracking the influence of mother tongue. If we crack the influence of mother tongue, will we forget our mother tongue to speak? No, never. You wouldn't do this. It can't be outplay or deleted. So, our mother tongues can't be deleted from our being born. We have been touching with that, learning that, breathing that. Even if you become mad also, you will find. You could see that some disordered persons are speaking his mother tongue. If he is good in any language, he will do that. This is how it is stored. And as a habitual activity. It is stored into mind as a habitual activity, like walking, standing, going, speaking, lifting hands. When we meet a person, we distinguish a known person, unknown person. It's a habitual skill, that even if you are disordered also, so you will have this. Like that, a language too, yes, it can't be forgotten, it can't be outplay or deleted. It will be pasted in with one. So, why I'm saying this, that because of the activity of cracking, defeating the influence of mother tongue, when we speak in English, will we forget our mother tongue? That's what I told you. It's a foolish one. We can't forget our mother tongue. Okay? How we can't forget our mother? How we can't our parents like that? We can't forget our mother. Don't go to that area. But here you are able to crack mother tongue influence because of willing to handle second language. That is the matter. You are willing to take second language. It's up to you. The video is not recommending you to crack the influence of mother tongue entirely completely. When you handle a second language, you have to defeat the influence of mother tongue. Take home message. Must listen, read a lot of magazines and stories. It's a way to intake, to input all English nets into mind rather than getting practiced from anyone else. But anyhow, you have to be guided by a person who is good in English. He may be called trainer, he may be called anyone else, he may be a father, he may be a brother. But a person is required here to guide you, even if you want to do your PhD. Of those you are intellectuals, you won't be awarded unless you are showing a guide, right? The same thing happens here. Someone should guide you. You should consent to make a person to guide when you learn second language, especially English. Thank you. We'll meet in another discussion. You may bring some other topic here. This discussion was going on because of the topic brought psychological affairs with the language. If you have any queries or doubts or counters or argument, don't hesitate to register into this comment box. We would be doing more for the audience, but who are willing to learn a second language. English is a second language. Speaking language is an art.